The business is still going. I have rebranded all of Hard Night Good Morning and all of Ultimate Living. Our sales are doing quite well, so I'm very excited about that. And we are launching into a major retailer at the end of this month, but I can't say anything right now. And then I have other retail partnerships that are starting as well. And we've learned a lot about the business. This is a really hard business to be in, skincare in particular. And health and wellness I've been in for a long time. So implementing some of my ideas, obviously making sacrifices on my own with not taking a salary, having to really cut down the staff. Jeremy had to come and work for me, and so it's been interesting, but now we're a team and we're in this together. And I also feel like that the fans online have really become part of the success story. They're invested, they're trying the products, they're saying they like the products, and I always give them credit. You are making me successful. It's your story as much as mine. And so I feel like we're all in this together, and it's been great for me to have people really fight for me and know that they're part of my success. It's going up. Yeah, we're still in that, listen, we're a startup. I mean, I'll just be honest with you, we're a startup, and startups have growing pains. I mean, that's just the way it is. But I think that the fact that I stuck in with it and then was tenacious and determined to make it go. And I'm not a quitter, so I will fight and fight and fight until, like I said, the wheels fall off the bus, basically. Yeah, I didn't really like the time we spent together in the backyard. That was hard for me. And it was hurtful, but at the same time, I'm my mother's daughter, and she's created somebody that's very determined and ambitious, just like her. That's what she wanted. I think she's all about the challenge to see what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna step up and do it. And it's more about that than anything else. And because I'm like her, we're very much alike in so many ways. But yeah, it hurt my feelings, and she's right. I can't get a loan because everything is in a trust. So, and my parents did that because they wanted to protect my home in case I got divorced. They wanted to protect, all the different things that I have is in a family trust. And they did it for protection, but at the same time, it kind of handicaps me because I can't even get a loan against my future earnings of the trust because there's a part of the trust that's written where I can't do that either. So, and that's what I had it's just one of those things, it's just life, but I have moved on with that conversation I had with her and realized a gift is a gift, and I'm gonna do everything I can. And it's time to move away from that story and move ahead with let's see what I can do and make this a success. Not worry about what's in the past and being mad at my mother and, oh, it's your fault. It's nobody's fault. Now it's on me, it's my fault, it's my story of success or failure, and that's what I'm making it. I would agree with them because, and it's not the trust, it's more about my mother is a very strong personality. I also, even though you saw me last year kind of talk back to her a little bit, I'm still that Southern girl that doesn't really talk back to their mommy very often because that's not how we were raised. I mean, I did say last year, I remember one time I said, "You're full of something," in her office, and then I looked back and thought, it's probably not the way, that's just not the way we handle relationships in the South with our parents. So I kind of try not to talk back because I wasn't raised that way in my family. And it's just more of respect for your elders and for your mom and your dad. I mean, I didn't talk back to my father either, so. Mother and I have gone to therapy a lot over the years. It's not like that. This isn't our first rodeo, okay? So, I mean, we're not successful yet, but at the same time, we fight, we navigate, we learn how to come back together because at the end of the day, she's my only living blood. So everyone in my family has passed away, my grandparents, my dad, and so blood's thicker than water, and we will have each other's backs. It may not appear that way at times, but I know that she will have my back. She's not gonna let anything horrible happen to me, but at the same time, she's trying to instill those values in me that created a success story out of her life. So when I started out, I was in entertainment. At like 4, I started as a singer. And I moved really up very fast. I was a good singer as a young girl, and I had an opportunity to go to the Grand Ole Opry, and she said no. And then my career kind of stalled. Then I studied opera, and then she kind of didn't really like that either. And I went and got a degree in political science and theater. And I tried for several years to kind of be in that world, and my parents seemed to fight me a lot with that. When I ended up in Washington working for President Bush under Secretary Abraham, I was at Department of Energy because, like I said, I had a political science degree. And I thought, okay, lobbying is where I'll fit in, because basically that's what I did on the Hill with regards to the energy issues that I was representing. And that's where my career was going. And then she kind of pulled me back into this world of come run this family business. I need you here. My father, you have to understand, my father at the time was ill. He'd had a quad bypass and had a few more years to live. He died at 86. I wanted to have time with my parents. They lived 7 blocks away from me. Being an only child, I had been away from home since I was 18 years old. So coming back was spending time with them, and also, yes, the promise of the family business. And my dad really was one that said, you need to do this. But then when I did, it was, smoke and mirrors. I think just things changed.